Okay, so in the interest of time, we can get started. If from the top of a post, a string twice the length of the post is attached, is stretched tight to a point on the ground, then what angle will the string make with the post? Who will answer this? This is the ground, this is the string. Okay, let's call it, this post is P. So this string will be 2P, right? Will be 2P. O, A, B. This is theta. This is what they have asked. What angle will the string make with the pole? Isn't it? Do we know sine 30? Sine theta. Sine theta is what? Opposite by hypotenuse? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
An easy one. That means P divided by 2P. That means 1 by 2. Sine theta is 1 by 2. That means theta is equal to how much? At what value of sine we get 1 by 2? 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. This is how it looks like for sine. Yes or no? If it is 30 degree means, which option is correct? What is the value of pi? Pi is how much?
3.142.
I mean, that's, I wanted to understand in terms of angle. Okay. Right. Not in terms of 22 by 7. Right. So pi is 180. Then pi by 6 will be your 180 by 6, which is 30 degree, which is your option A. Right. Easy one. Easy one. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please read this one. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 200 meters above a lake is 30 degree, and the angle of depression of its reflection in the lake is 60 degrees. What is the height of the cloud? This option is not possible, right? Why is it not possible? The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 200 meters above the lake is 30 degrees. Let us say this is the lake, okay? Let's say this is 200 meters, okay? And let us say, for example, cloud is somewhere here, right? This is the midpoint of the cloud. So the angle of elevation will be something like this. This is the horizontal line, right? What all informations do we have? This is 200 meters. This is lake. The angle of elevation of a cloud from a point 200 meter above a lake is 30 degree. This is 30 degree, and the angle of depression of its reflection in the lake is 60 degree. So, which means what? We'll have something like this, and we'll also have something like this. What is the angle of depression? This is the angle of depression, right? Yes or no, guys? Okay. That's not angle of depression. One moment. Okay. From just assuming that this is the lake, let's call it, this point is the reference point for lake, and this point is the reference point for cloud. So in that case, what is this angle? 60. Is that 60, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What and all values now we know? If this is 60, this is also 60, right? This is 30. This is also 30. This is 90. This is 90, right? And this particular value is your 200 meters. Then the height of the cloud is, we want to find CD. Okay, A, B, let's call it as B. Okay, right? So in triangle, let's call A, B, C or ACB whatsoever. Okay, tan 30 is equal to CB by AB, right? Yes or no? Which means AB is equal to CB by tan 30, right, guys? Right. Let's call CB as X, maybe X. Now, in this particular triangle, CDL tan 60 is CD by LD, CD by LD, right? This thing CD can be written as 200 plus X, okay? Divided by LD can be written as what? LD is equal to AB, LD is equal to AB. Over here also, CB can be written as x divided by tan 30 is 1 by root 3. That means root 3 x, right? AB is equal to root 3 into x. Now we have over here tan 60 is root 3, 200 plus x by AB, which means AB is equal to 200 plus x divided by root 3. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
We have now AB over here, AB over here. Can we equate these two? Which means root 3x is equal to something like this. Don't need this any longer, which means x is equal to 200 plus x, which means 2x is equal to 200, x is equal to 100. X is equal to 100 means CB is equal to 100. If CB is equal to 100, this is the lake from L to D. This is the lake. So they are asking the altitude, the height of the cloud. Yes,
So how come it's 3x, sir?
multiply. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.
root 3x into root 3. Okay, so how much will we have? This value CB is 100. This value is 200. What is the whole height? This will be also 200. This will also be 200. Consequently, this will also be 200. So what is the height of, 300. What is the height of the cloud? What is the height of the cloud, guys?
300 meters, sir.
300. That's absolute. Let's read this one. From the top of a tower, the angles of depression of two objects and Q situated on the ground on the same side of the tower, separated at a distance of 100 into 3 minus root 3 meters are 45 degrees and 60 degrees, respectively, the height of the tower is. We have done this type of question. Thousands of times we have done this type of questions, right? Let's call this is the tower. I like to use the white pen. This is the tower, right? This is the point. Let's say at this particular point, one object is there. And on this particular point, another object is there. Since we need angle of depression, we'll draw a horizontal line as well. Right? Now let's name it. What and all stuff do we have? Okay. Let's say this is the tower T. Okay, from they are separated by a distance 100 into 3 minus root 3. So from the top of the tower, the angles of depression of two objects, P and Q, situated on the ground on the same side of the tower, separated at a distance of this particular number R. That means for P, it is 45 degrees, and for Q, it is 60 degrees. So this is 45 degrees, which means over here is P. This is 60 degrees, which means over here is Q. Angle of depression and angle of elevation. O, right? Now we have two triangles, ROQ and ROP. Just apply tan in that. So in triangle ROQ, tan 60, I'm writing it in short form, is what? RO by OQ, right? RO by OQ. Let's call OQ as X. RO is T by X, right? Which means X is equal to T by root 3. Now, in triangle ROP, tan 45 is what? RO by OP. RO is T and P is how much? OP is how much? X plus 100 into 3 minus root 3, right? Or from here we could also write T is equal to root 3x. Tan 45 is 1, which is equal to T x plus 100 into 3 minus root 3, which means T is equal to x plus 100 into 3 minus root 3. Now we got the two values of T. We got the two values of T. Can we equate it? We don't need all this now. Don't even need this. If we equate these two, we'll be having root 3x is equal to x plus 100 into 3 minus root 3. Over here, x into root 3 minus 1 plus 100. Okay. And then let's say we take root 3 common, then it is what? Root 3 minus 1. If we take root 3 common, which means this one gone, the value of x is how much? 100 into root, right? You know the value of x. You will put in this one or this one. You'll put in this one because calculation is slightly easy. Root 3 into x. This is the height of the tower, t. Root 3. The value of x is 100 into root 3, which is 300 meters. Right, guys? Did you guys get? Nobody will teach you this much of question for one single chapter. But if it be like that, your syllabus will get over after your exams. Don't want to do like that, right? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Can someone please read it? Can someone please read it?
Sir, the angles of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points P and Q at distance m square and n square respectively. From the base and in the same straight line with it are complementary. The height of the tower is.
Now, since they have not mentioned that from which side of the tower, okay, from which particular side of the tower, you can assume point P and Q, something like that also, or you can assume point P or Q like this also. In both the cases, we will get the same results, right? So far, we have been doing in one side. Now we will do in the opposite side. So the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points P and Q, okay, let's say this is the ground. I'll use white. This is the ground. This is the tower. Let's make it straight. The angles of elevation of the top of a tower, from the top of a tower from point P and Q. Okay, we'll do something like that. That's it. We are done with drawing. Let's call it over here as O. Let's call it P. Let's call it Q. From a distance, at a distance of m square, distance from the base, right? And square, respectively, from the base and in the same straight line. One moment, guys. Yep, guys. So where were we? The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points P and Q at a distance of m square and n square respectively from the base and in the same straight line. Is it on the same straight line? With it are complementary. The height of the tower is, let's say, is h. Let's say this is theta. Then this is 90 minus theta. Okay. Okay. OP. Let's call it A. Right. So tan theta is how much? AO by OP, which is h by m square, right? Tan 90 minus theta is AO by OQ, which is h by n square, right? Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta is h by m square, right? Let's call it equation 1 or let's call it equation 2. If you multiply equation 1 and 2, we get tan theta into cot theta, which will eventually be 1, is equal to h by m square into, h by n square, which is 1, is equal to h square divided by m square n square. Okay, which means h square is equal to m square n square, which means h is equal to root under m square n square, which is mn. Right? Don't freak out by looking at the variables. You could have chosen some values also, right? You could have chosen some values. Even if you have chosen, let's say theta is equal to 30, then this angle would have been 60. Okay. Then we want to find out h, then don't assume the value for that. Okay. And then assume the value over here m square n square as well. Okay. Some decent values. Okay. right? So tan theta is how much? Root 3. So some values that eventually will make your life easy. That's how you could select over here as well. Okay. Shall we move, guys, to the next one? Shall we move to the next one? Only one or two guys are getting. Okay. Yeah. So please read this one, someone.
A pole is standing erect of the ground, which is horizontal. That I'm audible, sir.
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
A pole is standing erect on the ground, which is horizontal. The tip of the pole is tied with a rope of length root 12 meters to a point on the ground. If the rope is making 30 degree with the horizontal, then the height of the pole is.
Yeah. Easy one. Easy one. Very easy one. A pole is standing erect on the ground which is horizontal. The ground is horizontal. Okay. Pole is standing there. Pole is standing something like this. The tip of the pole. Tip means what? This tip, top of the tip, tied with a rope of a length root 12 meters on the ground. Okay. It's tied tightly. If the rope is making 30 degree with horizontal, okay. If it is making 30 degree with horizontal means it's making like this, right? The rope
Yes, sir.
itself is meters, right? Then what? Okay. O, A, B. Let's say AB is the height of the pole, right? Then what will you use? Sin 30. Sin 30 means AO by AB, which means H by root 12. Sin 30 is how much? 1 by 2. That means H is equal to root 12 by 2. We don't have such an answer, but we'll find that 12 can be written like this by 2, 2 root 3 by 2, one gone, this one gone, root 3 meters. Do we have such an answer? So this is option B. You guys have to practice all of these on your own. Then only it will fit in your mind and then only you'll be able to write it, do the sums in your exam. If you think, one moment guys. Okay. Yeah. Leave it. Yeah, if you think that just by looking at the sums, how easy it is to solve over here, I will do it in the exams. It won't work out. Let me warn you very honestly. Okay. At least the sums that we are doing over here are 4-5 sums only we do. We don't do much. Okay. You can spend some time. In mathematics, the learning curves is like this. It's a log function. Okay. Initially, it will be very tough. It's like if you guys are anyone into coding and stuff. Okay, that's how mathematics is. In fact, in coding also there is mathematics only. The logic. Both the places we have deductive reasoning. Right? We deduce. Okay, 2 more questions for the day. Any volunteer for reading this question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
An aeroplane flying at a height of 3000 meters passes vertically above another aeroplane at an instant. When the angles of elevation of the two planes for some point on the ground are 60 degree and 45 degree respectively, then the vertical distance between the two planes is dash.
How do you think we can solve this? There is a horizontal ground. Let's say the first plane is here, the another plane is here. For example, first plane is let's say here, another plane is somewhere here. Okay, and the angle of elevation of the two planes from some point, from the same point on the ground is 60 degrees and 45 degrees respectively, right? This angle is 60 and this angle is 45, right? Right? Yes or no? They have asked us to find the vertical distance between the two planes. An aeroplane is flying at the height of 3000 meters, passes vertically above another aeroplane at an instant. Okay, vertically above this 3000 meter is the above. Okay, so this AO they have given is how much? 3000. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? This is what they have given. From this, it is clear that the distance between these two planes is what? AB. From this is also clear that the AB will not be more than 3000 for sure. Okay, AB will not be 3000 for sure, right? Yes or
Yes.
no? So even if you are doing inky pinky ponky, you cannot do D. You have a better chance of survival then. So we have two triangles. Tan 60 is AO by OC. AO is 3000. OC we don't know. Tan 60 is root 3. 3000 by OC. OC is 3000 root 3. Right? Now tan 45. Tan 45 is how much? OB by OC. Tan 45 is 1.
1 sir.
OB that means OB and OC are equal, which is equal to this particular value. This particular value is also 3000 root 3. Now we know the value of AB and we also know the value of OB. AB is 3000. OB is 3000 root 3. Can we have 3000 common? Right? That means 1 minus root 3. Can we write 3000 as 1000 into 3? Because we want to make it in terms of 1000. Right? Now let's take 3. What happened? Did we do any calculation error somewhere? 3 to 3. Tan 60 is 1 by root 3 is OB by OC. Tan 60 OB by OC. One moment. 61 by root 3. Sorry. Yeah. Tan 60 is root 3. Yeah. Sorry guys, we made some mistake. Guys are supposed to tell. Yeah. What I have thought is, yeah. So tan 60 guys is root 3 is equal to 3000 by OC. That means OC is equal to 3000 by root 3, which is 3 into 1000 by this. That means 1000 root 3. Okay. This is 1000 root 3. Since it is tan 45, this will be equal to this one. I'm not solving it again all over again. It will look something like that. Now 3000 minus 1000 root 3, 1000 common, 3 minus root 3. Right? We have it in C. Right, guys? Right, guys? Whenever you see tan theta over here, theta, okay, this is X, this is also be X. Same value. 30, 60, 90. 30, 60, 90. Okay. The opposite of 30 is X. Opposite of 90 is 2X. Right? And the opposite of 60 is root 3X. Right? If it is 120, 30, 30. Right? This is X. This is X. This is root 3X. Okay? Keep that in mind. Clear?
Yes.
These are the few tricks that you need to keep in mind. Better if you do, you will be able to solve more number of questions. But to use that, you must be clear with basics first. Be clear with basics in such a way that you devise your own tricks. Because if you learn tricks, on the D-day, it will go on to a toss. Specifically for afcat examination, they are smarter than you. So you need to go the hard way. Last question for the day and the chapter, guys. Servers are stationed north, okay, north of a tower of height x meter at a distance y meter from each other. The angles of elevations of the tower observed by them is 30 degree and 45 degree respectively. Again, it's a direction sense question. Do we have to worry about the direction? No. Okay. Let's say two observers. Let's say one observer is here. Let's say this is the tower. This tower is in a 3D. This tower is in 3D. This is the tower in 3D. Okay. This is standing vertical. This angle is 90 degree. Look at it in 3D, not in 2D. Okay. Which means one observer is here, another observer is here. The same whole thing can simply be drawn like this. This is the plane, this is the tower. There is one person, one observer. There is another observer. Okay. Let's not worry about the distance, the direction, right? In that case, two observers are stationed due north of a tower of height x meter at a distance of y from each other. the angle of elevation of the tower observed by them are 30 degree and 45 degrees. This is how it is. Yes or no, guys? This is how it is in 2D. In 2D, the guys are standing in north over here, right? And then the tower is located over here. Tower is standing somewhere here. Okay. You have to look at it in 3D, okay, to understand that. One person is here, another person is here, X and Y. From here, it is looking at the top. Over here, it's looking at the top. This is how your will look like in 3D. Let's not worry about direction. Forget about the direction. Okay. O, A, B, C. Okay. Over here is 45, which means OC will also be X, right? Yes or no? Now, tan 30 in triangle AOB, tan 30 is 1 by root 3 x divided by x plus y, x divided by x plus y. Yes or no? Which means x plus y is equal to root 3x. That means x minus root 1 minus root 3x is equal to y, right? That means x by y is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus root 3, right? This is what they have asked. Now 1 by 1 minus root 3, can we rationalize it? Something like this, okay, right? A square minus b square minus 2, right? We made some mistake somewhere, okay, right? 1 plus root 2 divided by minus 2. So this thing, if we change the sign, it can also be written as root 2 minus 1 by 2 as well. No, can't be written like that. You made some mistake. So guys, tan 30 is x by x plus y root 3, x 1 minus root 3, 1 minus. Yep, guys, have we done any mistake somewhere? Have we done any mistake somewhere, guys? Two observers are stationed due north of a tower of height x meters at a distance of y meters from each other. The angle of elevation of the tower observed by them are 30 and 45. If it is tan 45 over here, since tan 45 is x, OC will be x at a distance of y from each other. That means CB is y, tan 30 is x by x plus y. That's correct. From here, let's call it y is equal to root 3 minus x. Let's check what happens. We can do that as well, right?
Sir, minus
Yeah. I think we just have to multiply this one with minus, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that also we can do. I was just a little confused with the sign. And then root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus 1. Then a square minus b square is 2. In fact, how does it work out? How does it work out that I don't know why we got something like that. Yeah, that was the mistake we did. Over here, we wrote this thing as x minus root 3x by y. We should have written it as minus y. Minus y. That was the mistake. Okay. That's the mistake in sign and stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kishore, for helping me out over here. With this, we come to an end of this chapter. We get started with lines and angles. We try to be a little bit quick because this is only the second chapter we have completed so far. And we need to be a little bit faster, right? Then only we'll be able to finish off the stuff.